He can also give us opening remarks. So, Professor Kamata, please. 皆さんこんにちは。本日ここにアリババグループのジャック・マー会長をお招きし、ご挨拶とさせていただきます。ご清聴ありがとうございます。Thank you very much, President Takamata. So now, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ma and then the three entrepreneurs of Waseda University. So, Mr. Ma and Mr. Imabayashi, Mr. Ashikari, and then Dr. Tamaki, please come to the stage. Can you give me... Now, before we begin the fireside chat, could you give us a brief introduction of yourself and your research and the business interest?
Sure. Is the mic on? Okay. Yeah, I'm Hiroki, CEO and founder of Igris, and
normally they are not good at schooling. So if you're very smart, easy for you to get a job. If you have a good bachelor degree, master degree, PhD degree, it's easy for you to get a job in a big company. People like us, we're terrible in the schooling. So we have no company want us, so we have to do ourselves. And a lot of, this is what I believe, people should have IQ, EQ, and I have what called LQ, the Q of love. So if you have a great IQ, then it's easy for you to be successful, right? But if you have high EQ, EQ means you have a tough days, and then you learn how to deal with people. If you deal with people better, people give you opportunity and you become successful. So IQ people make you lose very slow. EQ people will make you grow up quickly. But if you're successful, but you don't have LQ, the Q of love, no matter how successful you are, people don't love you. People don't respect you. So you have the combination of the three. So by saying that, for a PhD young man to be an entrepreneur, normally have a lot of challenges because smart people normally don't listen to the others. They read books, find an answer in the books. But that's not always like that, right? Bill Gates, Harvard, Mark Zuckerberg, Harvard. But don't believe that. There's only one Bill Gates, one Mark Zuckerberg. There are a lot of people who can be Jack Ma. What I want to answer your question is about if you have a vision. You know, an entrepreneur, you should have a vision. The vision should be different. Because if you have the same vision like 99% of the people, you don't have a chance to win because everybody do the same thing. Why you should win? Because you're different, so you will be questioned. People like me, I've been doing Alibaba for 19 years. 19 years, almost every year, every month, every day people question us. Is that a word? Is that silly? Right? Are you sure this thing is going to happen? So as an entrepreneur, you have to believe what you believe. You believe not because the venture capitalists believe. You believe not because there's some money. You believe not because people say it is good. You believe because you can make things different. You believe you can do things differently. So this is called entrepreneur. It is impossible for you to tell other people, please believe me. and you cannot do it. It is almost impossible for you to convincing, and don't waste time convincing the world. Your job is to convincing your team, to make sure your team will work with you, believe the same vision. So don't worry too much about people disagree with you. Don't worry about it. Time will prove. Your efforts will prove. Your mission and vision will prove. And this is most of the people who are successful in doing business do the same thing. Time, right? Don't think you can do something win tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, or next year. If you can win tomorrow, there's no such things in the world. It's just a gambling. You have to win in 5 years, 10 years, and prepare. What you commit is that no matter people agree or disagree, people like it or don't like it, I like it. I will improve it. This is what I did, and this is what you should do in the future.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Just very nice, helpful advice for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much. And in your answer, I saw some LQ and AQ things, and I think this is very related to my second question. It's very hard to I think trusting people is really important. Trusting members is really important, but they have their own life and they have what they want to do. In that situation, how did you trust people, and what is your definition of responsible people, responsible member, when you in the Alibaba very early stage?
Yeah, how to trust the people.
How to trust people, yeah.
And well, if you want to trust the people, the first thing is you should make your people trust you first, right? If your people trust you, this is number one. And the next is you pick up the people you trust. It's those people who speaks what they think. A lot of people, they speak, they don't agree. So they speak what they think, and they do what they speak. This is very simple. You can trust after a long time of working together, this guy, he is saying what he thinks. This is very important. Second, he's doing what he speaks. These are the two things that, well, it's okay they agree, they disagree. For make them to trusting you, you should be, as a leader, you have to be transparent. Tell them good things, tell them bad things. But as the CEO, when everybody was not happy, you should tell something that is happy. When everybody's happy, you should tell something that is not happy. So you always have to think of, earlier than most of the people. And I don't make people trust. It's very difficult for people to trust in me for the short time. But we have to making sure the people who join my team in the early days, they have to trust the goal, the target, the mission we go together. Then it's easy. So I said, don't love me, right? And don't loyal to me. Please love and loyal to the thing we all agree we fight for together. So this is what we do. And it's tough at the beginning, but long term, people like it. And so I think doing business is a lot of fun. It's about people. It's about people. It's not about a job. I think the people with great academic, a lot of business people think too much about business model, think too much about a theory, think too much of product and technology. I think as a CEO at the beginning, you have to spend at least 30% of the time on the people you hire, on the people you work together, listen to them, communicate with them.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I think
we are very lucky. I'm a very lucky people that I've got great people working with me. Today a lot of people try to do the start business. They want to hire the smart people. The smart people are very difficult to manage, right? It's easier to manage stupid people, very difficult to smart people. They all have their fancy ideas. And it is very difficult to lead, to form a company with 5 MBAs because everybody wants to be a CEO. Everybody talk about a strategy. Nobody work on the solid. So I'm lucky for the other 17 founders of Alibaba. They listen to me, and they're not very smart like me. So they don't have anybody come say, please join us, because early days, nobody think we 18 people are smart enough. Nobody wants us. So we have no place to go. So we gather together. How to make them believe the future? You tell them every day, every week, and every hour, and every minute. Making sure that they speak like you, they think like you. Honestly, it's true. For the family, the first time, because we are all young people, we have problems. We talk the problems. We open, we're transparent. We have no choice. And then you prove them, little by little. You have a vision for 10 years, 15 years, but you also have a goal for next month, next year. Make the tiny progress every year, every month. People will feel it. So, I think I don't try to keep them. I think the thing we believe, you should make them feel excited and believe the thing. It's that thing. Make them follow you, not follow Jack. Because they say, hey Jack, you are not rich, right? So why should I follow you? So we should work in together, and then let's write the future. So I don't keep them. It's the vision that we had the first day that kept them. And if they leave, I'm happy. If they stay, I'm happy. As long as we work as a friend, as partner, as the people, we trust each other. That is the whole thing.
Thanks so much. I do so.
Thank you. That's good. By the way, I want to tell you that by the way, I have 100% sure that data security is so important, and there is potential, right? And everybody know we are entering a data period, so this thing will come. The only thing is that whether you and your team will be successful. So very important is that try to making sure how to execute this thing in an efficient and result-driven way. Right? So don't worry about the future. That's future. The only thing is worry about yourself. Worry about ourselves, right? Thank you.
Thanks so much. I'm getting proud of myself.
Good. That's good.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
If everything you talk like a newspaper, what's the point you talk? You're wasting other people's time. So speech very important. Respect other people's time. Because people listen to you, they are spending time on you. So you should give them your unique talk. So you don't have to be long. You don't have to be arrogant. But you should make the points. That is what I think. Hope I answered your question. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, I'm Ebi. I'm associate professor at Waseda University, and also I'm co-founder of H2L. It's my company name. It's mean the happy hacking life. Then my special is mainly computer science, and also mainly my special is the post-op VR, virtual reality, and also the post-op augmented reality AR. It's called body sharing. In my
You
video,
don't like it.
my question is two questions. I have two
Yeah.
questions. What kind of experience service is really popular in Alibaba? And also, Mr. Jack, what kind of experience do you want to?
Yeah, very interesting. Share experience and share the body, right? The physical. For my personal thing, I never thought about that, but I think I was sure, because people keep on asking me, Jack, do you like climbing mountains? I say, okay, yeah, I'll be fine. So do you love to go to the Himalaya? No. But I will go when there is an elevator ready. So I will go there. I will look. But with your vision sharing, that might be something very interesting, right? So I don't have to wait for 100 years to run to the Himalaya due to the electric, elevator. But I also love to share because I'm scared of the bunch. I'm scared of the speed, the ocean diving, skydiving, these things, and I'm scared. But I would love to have tried if I feel safe. So I think that's something would be interesting. But the service that if Alibaba want to share is that I want people in the world to share the culture, history, behavior of the other nation. Because people today, we cannot keep a peace easily because people don't respect each other. People don't understand your feelings. So if we have something we can share, understand the other culture, other nation, other people, other places that you can feel it. You can feel what the other people think. That would be great. Right? So I think sharing is good. The world, because of share, we understand each other more. Because we understand each other more, we become more united. We become more peaceful. And we understand and support each other. So I think it's a great idea. But I don't know, I would love to have tried about the sharing.
Thank you so much for that interesting conversation. I really learned a lot. Thank you. My name is Zhu Ye, and I'm Chinese. I'm also from Hangzhou, so nice to meet you. I'm a PhD, graduated from here, Waseda University, and my major was life science and medical bioscience. But my question is not related to my specialty. My question is about the announcement you, Alibaba, just made several days ago, I guess. The Ali NPU, the AI chips. But don't worry, I'm not going to ask you about the details of that chip. So my question is, why in the past, the people from other countries like us Chinese could hardly build those original chip technology because Americans are trying to protect those secrets. But right now, you, Alibaba, can actually make it happen, or at least trying to make it possible to build your own original chip. I'm wondering what happens, what is the key that you think you're going to success this time? So what changed from the past?
Thank you so much. It's like a question from a media, not from a student. Well, yeah, I never worry about a question people ask. There's no stupid question, there's only stupid answer. So your question is very good. We announced a few days ago that we are moving to the chips, but not because of the USA and the ZTE event. We were preparing for this announcement a month ago, happened to announce that day, and that thing came out. Looks like it's a coincidence. We invested close 5 chips companies in the past 4 years. We believe chips industry is changing. Cloud computing period is coming. The chips, the CPU, all these things used to be the PC oriented. But the mobile, the cloud, the human being needs faster, cheaper, and inclusive chips. I think the world in the future should be more inclusive. The world in the future should more be sustainable. And we think human beings should adapt, change themselves for the future. So we did that 4 years ago because we are now helping the retail. In the future, we believe IoT, Internet of Things in the future. Manufacturing, most of the things that with electricity, we have a chips inside. So we need cheaper chips, effective chips, inclusive chips that can be everywhere, can be secured, can be shared. So this is, we think, is a new area. We invest in that. But your question about China, why did not work out? I think America was the early mover. And China, I think we need a lot of things. China, 100% market for chips is controlled by Americans. So because people get used to it, when I would buy, I just start to buy. And suddenly they stop selling. What does that mean, you understand? Right? So this is something I think China, Japan, any country should have your own core technology. And second, China's system is like, I think university, laboratories, they drive. Companies follow. They should do the opposite. Today, this is my view, company should take responsibility for its customers, for the global future. So for our chips, it's not about competition. It's about inclusiveness. It's about everybody, anywhere, anytime. That people should be able to reach the technology need. And technology should bring the benefits to the world. This is what we believe. And it's not short-term win. It may take about another 18 years or another 30, 80 years. But we committed that I told Damo Yuan, Alibaba Academy of Technology, I said, your job is to making sure the technology is inclusive. We spend billions of dollars. Not when we want to contribute technology. We want to make sure every young people, every small business, any people in Africa can share the technology at the most cost effective. This is why we were born. This is what I believe. I hope I answered your question. Not politically, it's my word. Thank you.
马先生你好，为了节省大家时间，我就直接用我的母语来跟您对话。翻译的事情交托给这个翻译者。我今天想简短的跟你说，为了不占用大家的时间，我们想做的事情是一个我们今年想做的事情。
Do you mind asking questions either in Japanese or
in English? That's fine. English is fine with me. Japanese is fine with me. I'm here. Yeah. So because a lot of people cannot understand, they don't have.
Nobody's understand.
じゃあ日本語でしましょう。はい。私たちじゃあ直接私たちの今年一番やりたいのことは就職外です。私は日中同学総会です。私は今新ニューエネルギー会長の副会長とやっています。私日中留学生協会は今一番その日中のその行動がやってますから。私の留学生の資源が一番多いです。日本で留学生たちは一番困っていることは何ですか？就職のことです。だから私たちはその留学生の代表としてその留学生の就職のことが一番大事にしてやりたいです。中国の未来は、学生のことは新しいその決意として一番大事なことです。だから、今年は私留学生、ばあさんは参加してほしいです。アリババで、
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. I want to answer your question briefly. First, it is difficult for any students in any country, any university to find a job.
Yeah.
Nobody is easy today.
Yeah.
And the second thing is that the world is so big. Do not think about looking for a job here. There are jobs everywhere in the world. We have to move out of our territory. A man and a woman. If you have a vision, your job is to find people who share the vision, fighting together. So there are opportunities everywhere. The thing is whether you want to commit yourself and sacrifice yourself to do it. And by the way, I think I feel proud for you to join the Waseda University. And I think there are a lot of excellent Japanese companies here. And you're joining. And I think bringing the bridge between China and Japan is so critical. And we, Alibaba, would love to hire a lot of people who can build up the relationship and friendship between two countries and universities. Thank you.
Okay. And then we go to this third question, the gentleman. Yes? All right, so you go ahead.
I think the goal for human beings are two things, happiness and health. No matter whatever you do, we come to this world not to work, not to study. We want to enjoy ourselves happily and healthily. So we call it double H strategy. So Ali Health is to focus on making people sure that people are healthy by using data technology and artificial intelligence. And let me tell you one thing. Next to 30 years, human being will have a big change. We may have no problem, big problems like a cancer. We may not have a problem that AI has. And people will live longer because of the data. This is what I believe. Today people talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning, robots. They will be smarter than people, but people will be wiser. Machine will do things machine do better. Human being will do things human being do better. And one thing for sure, that past 200 years, human being want to know the outside world. Next 100 years, because of data, people should know, human beings should know themselves. Data, health industry, people start to know ourselves. So I think your major has great future because you are helping people. I show great respect for those people making people healthy and happy. And we will be very happy to support. This is what Ali Health is focusing on. Getting data, understanding human beings, and make them healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, I promise this one's a question from upstairs.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Shiko Kudo. I'm an elementary school student, and I learn English the same way as Mr. Jack Ma by going to parks to talk to travelers from all around the world.
That's great.
And last year I passed Aiken Grade 1, the hardest English examination in Japan. And I love IT and programming so much. I love it so much. My question is, how do you think IT will change education? And what Alibaba will do to change education by IT? The power of IT.
Okay. Your English is perfect, much better than I do. I don't think I can pass that examination. But yeah, I think, IT change education or change education by IT. I would say one thing, that what I worry about a lot is that next to 30 years, human being will have a big change because of the data technology. A lot of jobs will disappear, but a lot of new jobs will come up, but people are not able to do that jobs, the new jobs. So the education system needs to change. Most of the universities in the world will face huge challenge. So this is what I think education system need to change. Most of the things we teach our kids will not work because the machine will learn better. Machine will be smart. Machine never calculate faster. They never get tired. They never get angry, upset, and happy. They're always calm. So they're smarter. So what the things the human beings should learn from the schools that different from the machines and getting jobs for the future. This is what I worry about most. And I'm testing right now in China. I'm building up my own primary school, middle school, and high school. It's trying to teach kids to be more creative, constructive, and innovative. So I make people sing, I make people dance, I make people sports, and be creative. So teach people to be more creative, innovative, constructive. Teach people have the heart. Wisdom is from heart. Knowledge is from brain. Machine does not have heart. Machine only has chips. So we human beings don't worry about it, but we need to think through about education. Whether IT or not IT, I don't know. But definitely we should think about the future. Please pay special attention to the education reform. Those countries have education reform earlier. They will be able to catch the opportunity for the future. Those late, they will be trouble. Thank you.
Okay, so just one. Thank you very much. So I'm afraid it's going to be our last question because of the time. And then, of course, Sir Jack has plenty of opportunity talking to us Chinese young people. And then probably I'd like to take one last question from Japanese.
Yeah, good. That's good. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoy your university. Thank you very much. Yeah, please. Thank you. Maybe I give you later.